I've spoken with the state of Idaho a couple of times, and they're very interested in what's going on, so we'll see if we can't bring this to our state. Let's see. Okay, moving on. Well, in addition to financial access, we've worked hard to improve the physical access to citizens with ADA challenges. In the upper right corner here, you'll notice it's sort of a small picture. Sorry for that. That is our northernmost bay of the Jackson Street parking lot. Last year, we were able to work with our ADA coordinator to establish a full parking lot, increasing our stalls from 8 stalls to 20 throughout all of Market. And this is adjacent to our new ADA accessible restroom downtown. I've had a lot of really great comments about the combination of two at Market. Additionally, we will be continuing our positive messaging and education regarding non-ADA service animals at Market. The little side note here, this puppy here is named Midas. The two of these dogs had come through Market in some training fashions, and we've decided to implement their cute faces here. But Midas is continuing on training in Oregon. I just got this today. So he's at the Guide Dogs for the Blind Academy and has progressed through phase 3 of 8. We're very happy and in support of Midas. And then wrapping up, we have a few important dates to pay attention to. This Thursday, March 8th, is our vendor orientation meeting. And our, at the Latah County Fairgrounds from 3 to 5. Our Farmers Market poster contest comes to a close March 28th at 5 p.m. We'll take all of the submissions, put them through the review process, and then select our winner, announcing that in early April. Let's see, vendor jury dates. We have 3 juries this year, April 4th, June 6th, and August 8th. Our reservation forms and information are available online now. And then, commissions. A nice plug for commissions. So we'll be meeting here tomorrow. We meet the first Tuesdays of each month, generally at 4 p.m., generally here at City Hall. And then the most important day, of course, opening day. So that would be May 5th, 8 a.m. Same great place, same great time, downtown Friendship Square. That's it. Any questions?
Yeah, I got a question, Daniel. Last year was the first full year that we had the restroom in place. What kind of comments did you hear about the restroom that we added in downtown?
I have the pleasure of announcing all positivity. Folks were very excited to, which is funny to be so excited over a bathroom, but it's also not. We were receiving a lot of compliments on the styling, but also the accessibility, and especially how early it opens too. You know, Market may start at 8 a.m., but I have vendors that will make a 2 or 3 hour drive to get there at 6 or 7. And so having accessible restrooms before 7 o'clock downtown has been a very important part of Market, and really has benefited, not just the patrons, but the vendors alike.
I had a couple of weeks ago, I had a conversation with somebody about the restroom, and because we were able to put it in 2017, I made a comment about David Pierce had done some research, and the first time it was talked about downtown was in 1917. That just sticks in my mind. It took a 100-year process to get it, but we got it, so there you have it.
The century bathroom, yes.
Questions for Daniel?
I do have a question. I have a statement and then a question for you.
Okay, thank you.
Having been on the ground floor of the Farmers Market Commission as part of the chamber, this represents a gargantuan effort, and I commend you and the commission and our strategic planner extraordinaire, Jen Piffner, as well. Very, very, very good work. And I was lucky I got a copy of the
I have
manual
copies.
itself.
Sorry, I
and
forgot
it is beautiful. I do have a question
Yes.
for you about the youth vendors. We moved it from 11 to 16, and what was the process there? I have no doubt we did a good process, but I just wasn't aware of it. So would you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, please.
Certainly. This was a topic that was reviewed quickly, I believe. Last year, I saw an expanse of interested young entrepreneurs, kind of sort of confused by the process, and I wanted to be able to have a chance to really walk them through as they're learning things in life as well. We took a look at the age level and what made sense. Generally, what we found is when you start breaking that point of youth entrepreneurship is almost at the same point as you start gaining employment. And so we found a division line there at the age of 16. Once they can start driving to market, then maybe we'll sign them up as regular adult type vendors.
Okay, so what I misunderstood there was that we didn't take any vendors under 16, but we do. They turn into an adult at 16 in our eyes, correct?
Yeah, and at that
Perfect.
case, at the years before, it'd been 12. They'd sort of moved into that regular vending category.
Okay.
Yep,
I appreciate that clarification.
yes.
Catherine?
Excuse me, my question had to do with the pass-through areas that you had started to design and trying to make it so that people could access the stores and the different other businesses. Have you made more clear delineations in that? You know, so when you're walking in the market or when you're able to get over to the stores?
Certainly, yes, thank you. Well, number one, we've kept those areas, so they are locked in our map, strategically placed intermediately from all of the major entry points of market. And then, yes, we'll continue our messaging for those. I think I had some simple cone and stick signs placed in the center of those, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to making these more aware, not only for our patrons, but you know, this is a way to help connect to our downtown business core as well, and that was sort of why we had placed them in there last year, and so we'll definitely continue that and continue the messaging for them.
Great, thank you.
Awesome.
Other questions for Daniel?
I'd
Jim?
just like to commend Daniel and the commission for all the work on this handbook, because it's a very complicated situation, and they're trying to be all things to all people all the time, and they generally succeed at that, which is remarkable. And it was quite a process to get through all this, and it is a big improvement, and it's much more readable, and it's much more understandable for the vendors, so thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Jim.
Well, and that's an action that we actually have to take tonight.
Yeah, I move to approve the Moscow Farmers Market 2018 Vendor Handbook.
Second.
Got a motion by Catherine and a second by Ann to approve the Moscow Farmers Market 2018 Vendor Handbook. Questions for anybody?
No, sorry.
Okay, well, we'll start with Brandy. Go ahead.
Any further discussion? Okay, aye.
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 Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Daniel, for that wonderful job of presentation. Our farmers market being the #1 in the state for 6 years running.
It's always a nice brag point for us whenever we go to Boise so that we can point that out to them. And I love doing that, so